nothing will change me as I'm sitting here to believe that the process was wrong to disband the PKTT. Whether that is illegal, legal gurus will have to explain. Whether that is unlawful, law gurus will have to explain. I just know one English word: it was wrong. Whether that is an interference, I don't know. Whether that is not doing the proper work, I don't know. But I believe, and that does not mean I'm correct, by the way, but I believe that it was wrong. It should have been done the way it came. That road that it came on of the president, the interministerial, the officials, the team itself, could have done so. One little thing that could have been done here, one, is some form of consultation and talking to somebody. Now I know that even Mchunu and Masimula did not get the audience. I even know, let's say then is practical, is operational, I know. They did not get this letter that says, you go and do it and report on the letter should have better said, you go and give me the report by the 20th of January of this PKTT, and from there I take the decision. I don't find the logic. So they must explain then it was interference, was the unlawful, illegal, and all, but I will stand by my words that it was wrong.
Yeah, I'm asking this question, Dosi, because the National Commissioner, when he appeared before us here, he was really very, adamant that that directive was actually a gross interference into his terrain as National Commissioner. So you having been the National Commissioner and also a Minister of Police, I think you are better placed to actually have a better understanding of exactly what was happening here. So that is in that context.
Me, as a National Commissioner, receiving this letter, without really being arrogant and pompous about it, I would have said, stay on your lane, Minister. That can't happen. I would have said so.
Then
if I would really want to be modest, I would have said, can we have a discussion on the matter and privately tell him to stay on his lane or her lane.
And where you're coming from and what you've explained, and I don't think there's need to further press on the issue. I would like to find out, when you left office in June 2024, was the PKTT funded? Was it funded? Was it properly funded?
Well, Commissioner can answer that better, because the funding of operations and all that is not the ministerial issue, it's an issue of the accounting officer.
I understand that Minister Mchunu had claimed that the PMFI was breached because the extension of the PKTT was never granted, and if I understand your version correctly, you say that is not the case.
Well, he's lucky to know that.
Pardon me?
He's lucky to know that. What I know is that the life of Political Killing Task Team was continuing, and I know that there was money requested and the less money was given with the advice of the CFO. But remember, in companies, there is a CFO and there is an accounting officer. At the end of the day, the rest of it doesn't lie with the CFO. It lies with an accounting officer. If the accounting officer sees the matter that should continue, we'll sit down, and I'm very sure that the accounting officer, who happened to be a commissioner, they did talk with the CFO. I don't know who briefed the minister about the concerns of the CFO. but it does look like there was this bypassing of the national commissioner and the deputies and the lieutenant general's briefing instead of going to the commissioner and the commissioner going to the minister.
Thank you. You mentioned that you had a meeting on the 5th of September 2023. Were these formal meetings? So this was a formal meeting?
5th, not 5th.
I think 5th of September, yes, 2023.
There was a minister there of Justice and Correctional Service. There was a deputy minister of the police. There was minister. Definitely that formal. We could not have met for tea there.
And
was meeting in Durban from Pretoria.
Was the PKTT an extension, the extension of it, a formal item on the agenda for the day?
Well, the interministerial on this matter could not have met without discussing the activities of the PKTT.
And it must continue as one of the resolutions that you took. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And these minutes to these meetings?
They are meeting. They are minutes.
Are they attached to this one?
I don't know, but they can be found. They can be found. I think even myself, I have them.
I just want to find out by you, and it's, I just want to find out what is your understanding and your version. There's many scenarios that have been impressed on us, and I want to find out, do you think that this is an operational transition gone wrong? Do you believe that the disbandment had to do with financial irregularity cleanups? Was the disbandment political in nature? And if it was none of these, what's your opinion? What do you think it was?
Well, finances, I'm totally literate. The Auditor General will help us there. I know nothing about finances. What I know is that this structure had to save lives that were lost because of the political office across the board. There are quite number of councillors that were killed. I have mentioned that from ANC, from IFP, from NFP, from ACDP, from DA, and from EFF. So then you are putting the stop on the thing. But not only that, you must also put the stability so that there is no reversal on that kind of thing. For me, if you ask me, I would not have dissolved it. Even if I had any wish of dissolving it, I would have followed the steps that we have followed to establish it. One, why so many steps to establish it and no steps to disestablish it? For me, that would be a question. If that is illegal or unlawful, I don't know. But is it correct? No, it's wrong.
Minister Mchunu is your predecessor. He took over from you in 2024. And when you were speaking earlier, if I understood you correctly, Minister Mchunu never contacted you after you briefed him. I think you spoke about a 3-hour meeting. You said not even once. Is that correct? You didn't talk again after that?
Not once.
Right. And then in paragraph 50 of your statement, you say you attempted to discuss the disbandment of the PKTT with Minister Mchunu. That was, I would take it after the disbandment, somewhere in January.
Yes.
And where do you, I think you were discussing the Mary Dawes letter, I think, and he told you to stay out of the matter. Is that correct?
That could not be the words, but I was told that the disbandment dissolution will continue. Whether those letters are not there, and it's not going to discuss those letters, but the dissolution will continue.
All right, thank you. I just want to find out, you mentioned in your statement also that you appealed to the President on the 8th of January to stop the directive or halt the directive to dissolve the PKTT. Correct?
No, I couldn't instruct the President to
not
stop.
Instruct, you spoke to him.
I couldn't tell him. Have you ever spoken to the President? I can imagine telling the President. I requested the President that if he could facilitate the meeting, maybe if he has a way that this disbandment is halted until three of us, him, Mchunu, myself, we have a meeting, or he facilitate, because I felt, reading the letter, Honorable Member, I realized that the genesis, the starting point of Mchunu was wrong about 2019. There is no 2019 in this thing. By Morane Commission, there is no commissioner. So I thought it could be a space of taking him through what really happened. So, and better understand, because the genesis is wrong. So he is not going to act correctly if your genesis is incorrect.
Thank you. Sir, I'll put it to you that in your own statement, paragraph 50, the last sentence says, the minister informed me that I should stay out of the matter. 51, I also discussed the matter with the president at the ANC's January 18th celebration that took place in Kailicha. I asked the president to ask the minister to stop implementing the disbandment of the decision. That's what I asked you now, and you said...
Well, those are verbatim words, but the content, as you can listen, is the same. Maybe, and I'm not an English speaker anyway, but I think the content and context is the same. So you are dealing with verbatim, and you did not say, I must be verbatim. You should have said so.
No, sir, sorry, sir, I'm reading your witness statement.
You should have said, quote yourself what you said on that day.
No, sir, I'm reading your
verbatim.
witness statement as what you gave it to us. That's what I've got in front of me. It's all I can rely on.
And I was
but
not,
it's fine. I respect your answer. I'm not arguing your answer. I'm just reading what I can read here.
That one is very clear. If you want me to be verbatim, say so. And you go and say, read at that particular place. I was not told to be verbatim. I was asked to give the context and the content. And I did so. Verbatim, yes.
Thank you, sir. But now you've consulted and attempted to consult with the minister and the president, is what your statement says. I ask the following question, and I say I ask this with respect. Is this not similar from ruling from the grave, as you put it earlier on?
I don't have a grave.
No, you said you don't rule from the grave. And I'm asking, is this what you were talking about?
I don't have a grave, so I can't rule from the grave.
Thank you. You've answered correctly. Thank you. He was telling you that he had a tender and that he was going to, or he made false allegations against generals to protect his own interest. Did that raise red flags?
By then I knew that he had a tender.
I believe so. That's in your discussion here on this meeting.
The same answer. My interest and my angle was not with Kat, it was with Kumalo.
I'll get to that, sir. But I'm asking you, did it raise any red flags to you that he was telling you this?
No.
Do you say you admitted, he admitted, to fabricating serious false allegations of theft and corruption against senior officers? I would go so far as to say your own people that you came along with in the police service. Why would you rely on a man who, by your own account, had just confessed to committing perjury and obstructing justice?
Rely on him on what?
Say again, sorry?
Rely on him on what?
Well, so you said you kept chatting with him, he kept speaking to you, even post this meeting. He brought information to you about the 2010 corruption.
I'm not relying on him, I see. I see the things that are sent to his cellular. I'm not... his message, I'm not relying on him. He shows me the thing that is not supposed to have, that are sent by either the minister stroke Mohotsi in preparation. So I don't just hear him, I see it.
No, whether you see it or not is irrelevant. What I'm asking is that he raised serious red flags. The red flag that he raised, which I understand, is he told you that he committed perjury. He told you he was making false allegation against the police. You advised him that he needs to go speak and And the case was eventually either thrown out or settled out of court. That was what you said. So he's
Are we talking about the same story?
yes, it's on your section 72.
That he told me that he committed the perjury.
Well, he says to you that he was lying, he was going to make false allegations.
Did I say so?
It's in your testimony.
No. You didn't listen very well.
No, I'm reading your testimony.
I said he was pushed by Sibia to do that.
I understand. What I'm saying is, I understand.
You
sir.
absolutely don't.
No, I do understand fully. You are saying he was being forced to do it.
Exactly.
To protect his own interest. No, regardless of what his reasoning was to do it. He was doing it to protect his own interest, whether it was forced by Sabia, forced by whoever.
Honorable Klapper and General Cele, I request you to cool down.
Oh, no, sorry, Chair. My apologies. I
just
intention.
want to give you one moment to take a breath in and take Honorable Skosana and Honorable Malim.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to get clarity from General Cele, because earlier General Cele said when they met at Beverly Hills Hotel, there was no discussion about the tender. He was never told about the tender. He was told about the issues of the problems within
the matter is not related to what Honorable Thorpe is raising.
No. My follow-up meeting is what he responded about that. He asked him twice. That was the tender discussed in that meeting.
Okay.
So hence I'm saying, initially he said there was no tender. Kat never discussed any tender with him at all. So I wanted a clarity that on that day, is it now, did they discuss about the tender which he had, that Media 24 thing with the South African Police Service? Thank you, Chair.
Chair, I've said it time and again to say he realized that he was being played and did not want to be in conflict with the police because he has just had the tender contract with the police, so he did not want to fight the police, especially on the false pretense. He arrested that Khumalo must be arrested after he has been told by Sibia what to write so that it implicates Khumalo. I'm saying it's the same answer. There was never a time when he sat down and write the statement against Khumalo. Sibia, according to him, comes to him to say, look, let's implicate Khumalo on this one. Add that it was not just the raid, but they have stolen. So then it doesn't become the liquor raid, even if you have a warrant. You can't take the watches and all that kind of thing. So for me, that he committed perjury, and him being this powerful police telling him what to do is completely two different things.
Thank you, Chair. Can I proceed?
Are you?
I'm fine, Chair. My time will come. Thank you.
Let's go to Honorable Malim.
Minister, I understand now you've got this information, like he's saying, you've got this information about Kat that he does tenders and then he wants to serve his own interest by giving information and all of that. Then the question is, why do you keep this person close to you when you know he's got this many other issues? Now you are aware. So my understanding is that you kept this guy close to you because you were sucking as much information as possible from this guy, because he was showing you information, not just telling you, showing things that are being planned about Kumalo, are being planned about you, and all of that. Even if he's got these other things, but for as long as he's giving you this useful information, you kept him close so that you can get as much information as possible.
I was going to let him go with information.
Thank you so much. Honorable Klopper.
Thank you very
May
much,
you
Chair.
please proceed.
I will proceed, and apologies, there was no heated moment. I think I just speak loud on this mic.
No, it is human, don't worry.
Thank you, Chair. Well, you basically answered the next question, sir, because I wanted to ask, wouldn't that make him a potential criminal collaborator rather than a reliable source? But you said you would keep him around for that information. So, despite all of this, you've stayed overnight at his penthouse. And I will move on to the next line of questioning because I understand